Hey, it's the Heavy Five, and this week we are talking about power trios. Heavy power trios, that is, of course. And there are so many great heavy power trios that I've decided to break it up into a short series. This is going to be the first in a series of heavy power trio conversations. This one is my 5 favorite heavy power trio metal albums of all time. Starting with number 5, it is one of the most influential bands on this list, probably second to one that I will talk about coming up. That band is Venom. Venom changed the game in so many ways. In addition to their ridiculous over-the-top stage shows and presentation, their ineptitude in terms of players, but the audacity that they went out there to present it as it was the most important thing in the world. You couldn't tell if they were dead serious or hilariously funny, but they influenced generations of bands to start complete genres like black metal and thrash metal and on and on and on. Venom was a true game changer. Love them or hate them, and to me, their masterpiece is black metal. Released in 1982, the title says it all. The influence says it all. That record still, to me, holds up better than anything else in their catalog, and it is a super fun, great listen to this day. At number 4, we have Melvins. Now, you could argue whether or not Melvins are a metal band. Certainly, there is a lot of metal in their music. Buzz Osborne's guitar playing is obviously very riff-heavy, whether he admits it or not, very Black Sabbath influenced. But between Buzz and Dale Grover, they had a litany of bass players that made up the trio version of Melvins, releasing bunches of classic albums. But to me, the best one was presented as one 32-minute song in its ultimate form. Really, it's 6 songs or 7 songs that were released as kind of one long playing track, at least in its CD form, and that is Lysol. Released in 1992, this record is everything that the Melvins were great at. It's sludgy, it's doomy, it's heavy, it's riff-laden, it's got a hardcore punk energy to it, and it is totally originally Melvins. Great record, not the common pick, but to me, Lysol is the one that I go back to the most and still love that record to this day. At number 3, it is the effectively Black Sabbath tribute band, Sleep. From San Jose, California. Their debut record, Holy Mountain, is an absolute masterpiece. But to me, their real genius comes out in one song also that clocks in at almost an hour long, and that is Dope Smoker. Recorded in 1994, but not released until 1999 due to a bunch of record label bickering. Dope Smoker is a hypnotic journey in time over 1 or 2 riffs over and over and over and over again, and it is a perfect listen. I still listen to Dope Smoker all the time. It influenced a ton of bands on its own, let alone the Black Sabbath influences that is obviously apparent in their music. But man, to me, Dope Smoker, incredible. At number 2, it is the number 1 most important heavy trio of all time, in my opinion. That, of course, being Lemmy Kilmister, Fast Eddie Clarke, and Filthy Phil Taylor, Motorhead. People might point to Ace of Spades as their masterpiece, and I certainly wouldn't argue that. But to me, my favorite Motorhead record is record number 2, Overkill. This one also a game changer. Phil's double bass in the title track obviously influenced tons of speed metal and thrash metal bands to come. Lemmy's bass tone, wholly original. His vocal being, of course, one of a kind. Fast Eddie's playing being the perfect guitar for the perfect band in the perfect moment. And, of course, Phil's maniac drumming throughout. Overkill is a perfect record. And another perfect record is my number 1 pick. This band, all the way from Switzerland, my favorite band from Switzerland, probably my second favorite extreme metal band of all time behind Voivod, and that would be Celtic Frost. Their first 3 records are all amazing, let alone Hellhammer's pretty incredible and overlooked at the time. Output, heavily influenced by Venom. Their Celtic Frost's first record, Morbid Tales, is incredible. Their third record, Into the Pandemonium, experimentally weird and adventurous and great. But it's that second record, To Megatherion, released in 1985, that to me is chef's kiss perfect. I love Celtic Frost. They, for whatever reason, of all the bands that I listened to in the 80s when I was so immersed in that scene, they are one of the primary ones that have held up to this day and I still listen to all the time. Celtic Frost, great fucking band. To Megatherion, perfect record. So go check those out. Those are my favorite heavy power trio bands, metal category. Let me know what you think. I will be back next week with the punk category and hope you like that. In the meantime, thanks for watching. Stay heavy.